we have a lot of exciting news as far as a lot of cryptocurrencies are involved. For example, we are going to be looking at Zilliqa, DIA, Serum, YFValue, Polkadot, Chainlink, and BTC. So obviously we have had explosive growth in the whole entire cryptocurrency market, and a lot of people are really enjoying this DeFi craze which has been happening, and personally I have been enjoying, like for example this particular one, right? YFValue was recently added, and it has had massive, major, explosive, exponential, whatever noun you guys can use to describe this particular growth. It is absolutely insane. It is bonkers. And one thing that you have to remember is regardless of how anything is able to drastically grow, right, there's obviously going to be a point where there is going to be a correction. So even though YFValue is just doing amazing things as far as decentralized finance is concerned with regards to aggregating the different liquidity pools and the people who are backing up this particular cryptocurrency project, I mean, they are really solid individuals. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are really flocking to this one, and provided now it's actually trading with a market cap of about 126. A few days ago, this particular cryptocurrency was only trading at $11. And if we had to go back like a month ago, right, this one was obviously trading right around I mean, it's not really even a month ago. On 22nd August, the price was around $6.18, and the all-time low was $2.64. That was on the 21st of August. Today is the 1st of September. So can you imagine the amount of explosive growth that you can have if you are able to pinpoint the right investments? But of course, these cryptocurrencies are very hard to find, especially when they are extremely undervalued and they are under the radar. So this is one of the reasons why you just have to keep your ears to the ground. However, I wouldn't encourage anybody to go all guns blazing right now. I'm personally looking forward to the obviously moment where the price of YFValue is obviously going to drop close to about $30, even below. Okay, now this really sounds like it's not really going to happen, and I'm sure there's a lot of YFValue fans out there saying, okay, this is not really going to be possible, and you are extremely dreaming right now. But hey, you might never know. I mean, obviously due to the fact that this particular cryptocurrency is dealing with yield farming. Yield farming is like the new hot thing right now in cryptocurrency. So it's like 2017, 2016 all over. But this time around, it's all about yield farming. It's all about decentralized farming. Back in the day, it was about smart contracts and just, blockchain platforms that could do what Ethereum was doing. But this time around, we are entering into a new bull territory. So you have to look at decentralized finance and just look into this particular niche, because this is pretty amazing. And if we take a look at this section of CoinGecko, right, they have like a dedicated sort of DeFi section where you can find like a lot of different DeFi projects. So this is where you can actually pinpoint which one would most likely be able to like perform very well. But anyhow, that's enough about YFValue. Very solid project, but I wouldn't advise anybody to buy right now because it is way too expensive. 44%. Yesterday it was up by 100%. I mean, like literally 200% profit in less than 5 days. So that's obviously pretty crazy. So anyhow, now today you have to understand that BTC is back, and we're most likely going to end up going to about 12,500 because we are beginning our leg up. And if we take a look at the open interest of BTC, right, Bitcoin is doing tremendously well, and obviously the open interest is beginning to increase right now because a lot of people are beginning to take some long positions. But take a look at this. A few hours ago, right, the opening interest decreased as the price was going up. So a lot of people were actually short and they ended up closing their positions. So now what's happening is people are beginning to understand that the price of Bitcoin is most likely going to end up going, right? So this is one of the reasons why we are going to be able to like see the open interest keep on increasing. Right now we are having an open interest of about 64 BTC. So historically speaking, right, wait for that. right now we are pretty undervalued. I mean, like the last time that we had like a major drop, right, our open interest was around 81. So there's absolutely no reason for a lot of these market makers, aka the cryptocurrency platforms that usually manipulate the prices, there's no incentive for them to like drastically drop the price of BTC because we are having extremely low open interest. So it really makes sense for them to actually sort of kind of disturb the people who are playing on the shorter side, people who are shorting the market. So it's actually going to make more sense for a lot of the market makers to actually pump up the price so that the people who are holding shorts can actually get liquidated because we are having low open interest. And if you take a look at our history, right, the highest that we had like recently in 2020 was around 121 BTC. So in comparison to the current open interest that we have, it is very, very minute. So we might potentially see the price of BTC go all the way up to about, so let me switch over to the daily. We can probably potentially see the price of BTC go back to this particular area, 12,370 in the next coming few days. Probably it's going to happen like in the next 1 week. And if you take a look at the weekly, right, we are obviously still looking forward to this particular area, which is very, very crucial, around the 14,187. So best believe if we are going to be able to like overtake the 12,300 or 500 level, right, we are most likely going to be able to like pump around this area. And if you take a look at our history, right, we barely have like any major resistance right around this area. The most amount of resistance that we have is around 12,500. So once we are able to like shoot it up and just penetrate through that area, most likely 14,000 is going to be like our new norm. So if you take a look at this, right, we are obviously beginning to sort of wind our way up, and we are somehow forming some sort of bullish flag. I mean, if you take a look at the weekly, but I wouldn't really bet on that. But we are beginning to do extremely well. So if we take a look at the TD sequential, right, the TD sequential, we are only on the 7th TD sequential number right over here, and it really seems like we ended up bouncing off of the 6 weekly simple moving average right over here. So I mean, let's switch over to the daily as well. So taking a look at the daily, right, we had a very good 9 buy signal as far as the TD sequential right over here. So this was a clear buy signal. It was indicating that the downturn in terms of BTC was actually coming to an exhaustion. So this is one of the reasons why we are having this amazing reversal right over here. So taking a look at the daily, right, we are only on the 4th TD sequential. So we have about 9 more days to determine where the price is most likely going to end up happening. So if we are beginning to have this sort of reversal, right, obviously the 5th and the 6th TD sequentials are extremely important as well, all the way up to the 9th as well. So the most volatile TD sequentials usually are the 6th and the 5th. So I am definitely looking forward to having like major volatility probably tomorrow, the 2nd of September, and Thursday, which happens to be the 3rd of September as well. So most likely we are going to experience quite a lot of volatility as far as BTC is concerned. So now getting back to our favorite Zilliqa, we are currently at this particular price around 2 cents. Okay, we are slowly beginning to grind our way up, even though people are beginning to like really get skeptical and very wary as far as Zilliqa is concerned, because it is extremely undervalued right now and it's been stagnant for a while, and people are beginning to sort of get bored because, you know, there's a lot of things happening as far as decentralized finance is concerned. And here we have a project that's like barely not moving for the past 2 to 1 month, 1 month to about 2 months conservatively. So, you know, people already begin to like wonder like what the hell is happening. However, I have some good news for you as far as some fundamental news is concerned. So Zilliqa Tezos climb crypto rankings by Chinese government-backed institutions, or rather institutes. So basically in the Chinese community, right, in China, there are a list of indices that really sort of rank cryptocurrencies based on how you know, these sort of Chinese Center for Information and Industry Development, CCID, sort of ranks them in terms of usability, in terms of innovation, in terms of the technology that they are bringing to the table. So basically, this Chinese Center for Information and Industry Development department has actually had a list of different cryptocurrencies, and Zilliqa has actually been going up the rank in terms of how these this department respectively ranks these particular cryptocurrencies. And as you can see, Zilliqa is actually on the, it should be on the 37th position. Yeah, let me just get the exact info. So here, interestingly, the Zilliqa project, which recorded 90.5 as its total index in the previous rating, gained steam by scoring 95.8. On the other hand, Tezo's total index also grew from 75.4 to about 91.3. So basically, they are having more faith in Zilliqa blockchain in terms of the development and in terms of the different types of assessments with regards to these different cryptocurrencies. Like, for example, they basically look at the public blockchain, the basic tech, the applicability, the creativity, and the total index right over here. So as you can see, there's a different number of cryptocurrencies. There's EOS, there's Ethereum, there's IOST, Tron, Neo, Cosmos, Qtum, Bitches, XLM, Dash, plus a whole lot of other cryptocurrencies as well. So obviously, I mean, China is very savvy, and they are a force to reckon with regards to different cryptocurrencies. So when you see them backing up different cryptocurrencies such as Zilliqa, right, then that's obviously like a very good thing, and it really shows the authenticity of Zilliqa. However, the fundamental news is different from the technical news. So if we take a look at the Zilliqa chart right over here, right, we are obviously coming back down, and we are having this nasty sell pressure right over here on the daily. I'm not really too comfortable with this particular sell volume because it's just way too much. I mean, if we take a look at the previous buy volume, right, we obviously didn't have like a very good follow up in terms of the buying power right over here. And when we see these selling bars, it's really not that appetizing, for lack of a better word, So anyhow, now moving over to the MACD, right, the MACD is giving us a bearish crossover right over here in terms of Zilliqa on the daily, and that is extremely powerful because each time we have these bullish crossovers, we usually end up pumping. So are we coming to a winding point where the price of Zilliqa is no longer going to be able to like continue correcting, and then we're just going to reach that dead end where Zilliqa just has to make a decision? And most likely, it is highly likely that the most likely direction is going to be the upside, because there's obviously been a very good dilution in terms of the buyers and the sellers, and right now there's basically just strong hands holding Zilliqa. So we might potentially see a dramatic rise as far as Zilliqa is concerned, and we might end up going all the way to about 4 cents. So that could be potentially 100x price increment from this particular price right now. So that could be very, very, very good. Anyhow, moving over to the next one, project Serum SRM. Now this one, I'm very, very happy about this particular cryptocurrency and this particular buy signal, because I have been talking about Serum for the past 2 weeks, and the price of Serum when I started preaching about it was around $1.41, and right now it's actually $3.40. And a few days ago, right, basically 2 days ago, probably on the 27th of August, the price was around $4.50. So if you really ended up investing in project Serum, right, you would have had 100% price increment in terms of getting more value on your portfolio. So basically you would have had a 1x on your investment, and that is very, very good. So I really encourage you to like take a look at my previous 4 or 5 videos and just basically type for project Serum on my YouTube channel. Then you're going to see the statistics, you're going to see what I was saying about it, and alas, it did finally pump. So I'm super proud about this one. Congratulations to everybody that bought Serum. You guys are pretty awesome. The other cryptocurrency that did tremendously well is obviously DIA. DIA was also around $2.40 when I last talked about it in my previous video, right? You can take a look at that one as well. We've got the statistics and the information. So this one also ended up pumping, and yeah, that was a very good trade as well. I think it reached around $4 as well. So congratulations to everybody that bought DIA. I was talking about it when it was around $2.40, but look at it now. So that's pretty crazy. And I think I really messed up everything. Project Serum was around $1.61, and then it reached around $3.40, while DIA was around $2.41, and then it reached around $4.50. So I think I got the numbers confused, but anyway, check out the statistics. This was obviously the all-time high, $4.53, and with regards to Project Serum, $3.75. So that is obviously a massive price increment, and I'm actually taking profits off of the table as far as DIA and Project Serum is concerned. So with regards to Polkadot, right, Polkadot is obviously still kind of bouncing back and forth with regards to the last price that we talked about. Polkadot, the price was around $6 somewhere there, $5.70. So we haven't really made a lot of money with this one because I was a little bit late to the Polkadot type of game, and I just wondered why it ended up shooting and becoming the 60th cryptocurrency. You know, it literally occurred without me actually getting to notice it. So that was pretty messed up. So with regards to Chainlink has had like a massive correction with regard to, it's not really massive, it has been just like a blip in terms of its price trajectory from way back. So this is a very natural and normal correction. So Chainlink is obviously the leader of the DeFi game, and it has had explosive growth. So having a situation where the price of Chainlink corrects from about $20 to about $14, that's like literally nothing, you know. And this is actually a very good buying opportunity for a lot of people who didn't have their stake in Chainlink, and Chainlink is one of those safe investments where you can just park your money and just let it ride. So yeah, I really hope that you guys are taking advantage of these price drop downs, and yeah, we'll see what's really going to happen. So that's as far as I wanted to give you an update with regards to these different cryptocurrencies. So remember, YFValue, please do not FOMO. Wait for it, chill for it. It's eventually going to come back down because people have to like lock in their profits and just, you know, sell, because that usually happens. And with regards to BTC, right, I'm obviously looking forward to like a mini correction, but otherwise in the 4 hourly, it really looks like it's about to like take off, you know. So it might end up doing that because we had like a very nice correction here in terms of the 4 hourly bars, right? And we ended up going to the 38.2% fib level. So if I just pull up the fib level right over here, right? So let me just pull up the fib level. Where is the fib retracement? So I was anticipating that there was going to be like a little bit of a correction. So this was the the recent high that we had as far as BTC going up high, and then look at where it ended up correcting. It ended up correcting on the 38.2% fib level. This is where we had that particular retracement as far as the hourly bars are concerned. So if you switch over to the 1 hour, right, this is where we had that bounce, and I'm sure a lot of people ended up buying that, and that was like a very good entry right over there. So here I am very sure that we are forming like a bullish slug, and we might end up doing something like that and then eventually breaking up to the upside, because we're already done corrected right over here, right? And it actually makes more sense to continue our upward trajectory. However, remember, we are only looking at the shorter time frame, and well, let's just keep our ears to the ground. But I really think, according to the open interest, right, we still have like some more upside to go, because the open interest is pretty low. And yeah, you just have to get in where you fit in. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial financial advice. You have to remember that you know, sometimes I do have bad calls. I also have bad trades as well. So whatever you decide to invest in, make sure that you do your own due diligence. Make sure you understand what you're doing. Don't just invest in something because Muna Beyond 10x talked about it, because I am just human and I am not your financial advisor. Because these cryptocurrencies might end up going to zero, absolutely zero. They might end up losing 90% of their value. And if you just end up dishing and just putting all your money, all your savings in these particular projects, you might end up losing out on everything. So please be extremely careful. As much as we want to make money, we just have to be level-headed, we just have to be sober, and we just have to be extremely patient. So if you are trying to get into a particular project, right, just dollar cost average. Do not just end up investing your whole amount in one particular project. Just, you know, buy in installments. You know, perhaps this week you buy 10% from your total investments that you have allocated to that particular trade. The following month you invest another 10%. It doesn't really matter. There's no need to rush. These gains are just beginning right now. The bull market is only beginning. We have a time span of about perhaps 6 to 18 months of a bullish market. So there's obviously way much more opportunity. There's no need to rush. There's no need to just be reckless. Okay, so yeah, it's been your boy Muna, aka Beyond 10x. It's been good seeing your lovely faces. And in case you've got any other DeFi suggestions for me, I really need those undervalued, under the radar type of DeFi projects. Please let me know in the comment section below. You guys have been awesome. Take care and God bless you.